Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another Rev Talk. This day, I think we're going to do a little different. We're going to bring in some outside help between our angels, but primarily we want to wish our condolences to Sinny, whose father just passed. And we want to talk about the subject of passing over and what it means to us and who's there to help us.
Yeah, just sending good thoughts and prayers and comfort for Reverend Sinny and her family. This was this happened quickly.
It's very sudden.
And kind of takes people by surprise. You always try to prepare, and yet you're never really prepared. You think you are until the moment it happens, and then you're still shocked. I know I was. And it does kind of send you on a bit of a loop, where you go into automatic mode where you're just trying to make it through one moment at a time with all the preparations and everything that goes along.
You hit the nail on the head by you go into automation. It's just rote. You haven't really felt yet.
Right.
So much chaos that you have to complete before you can realize that he's passed.
Yes. And so this morning I was thinking about it because today would have been the day that Sinny came down to visit. And she and I had talked the beginning of the week, and her father was still with us, and she was trying to get things organized. She was going to talk to the VA and do all of that, and then I got this notification yesterday, and I was shocked, and I'm thinking, multiply that times about 50, and that's what she's experiencing. And so this morning I sat down and I pulled one of my cards from my creature deck, and appropriately it came up as spirit, which there's a lot of meanings to this card for me right now in this moment. And what I was being told is that we sometimes forget that our ancestors and the people, our loved ones who have crossed over, are there to help us as well. Whether our relationship was, was good or rocky here in this plane, they've crossed over, and so they do want to help us. We usually just like go with our angels. And some of the things that I've read has said that the angels are a part of our higher selves. So they're also here to always support us, always be here with us. And yet they may not have experienced being on this plane of existence in this density, like our loved ones have. So it's another resource for us to ask for help from those who have crossed over, because they know what it's like to be here.
It's more of becoming in tune with all those that are there.
Oh, good point.
They're there for a reason, and it is to help you. It is to show them that, I don't know why my thing keeps going on and off. It's like they're coming to me.
Yeah, the ancestors are there.
I relate to it when my father died. I saw his spirit leave, and I saw everybody in the background waiting for him. But they weren't ready yet because he needed to go through his lifetime, what he accomplished. And that the correlation that I grew up with was you get to the pearly gates and you good check, bad check, and so you know which side you went in. And this is what I saw. And I thought, You really are accountable for yourself on this life. And you've got your people on this plane sobbing, crying, and that energy is pulling you back. It's anchoring you in. So you need to move forward, face the music, and accept all the joy that is waiting for you right there. And I don't know how to explain it in understandable terms because it's something I saw and I felt, and that's how I felt it. With everybody grieving because, oh, I'm here, I lost the physical, and they become angry and mad, and why did you leave me? They can't begin their journey to go back to all their ancestors, all their friends and family that are there waiting, and all the energies that are there to help him. And that's what they're there for. That's all the spirits that are waiting. But he has to be allowed to be going through that to get to them. And it's very important that we understand that he is going to a better place. This was chosen by him, and this is his journey. Let's bless it. Let's celebrate it as we move forward.
That's an interesting point. That is, I agree to a certain extent on that. However, I also think that there's gosh, I don't know how to put it, like a buffer, so that people are allowed to be sad and they're allowed to grieve.
You must grieve.
And they're not holding anybody back. That person who's crossed over, I think, will still go on and view their life. And like you said, to be accountable and to go through that. I think sometimes maybe they're slow to move forward themselves because it's unfamiliar. Although it's familiar because we've done this time and time again. In this incarnation, maybe they're a bit unfamiliar in moving forward. So they're I don't want to say stuck, but they're a little bit slow in reaching.
Taking that final step.
Right. Right.
And you know, what I felt and saw may have been the movie that I think it was Ghost Whisperer, where that one woman was always helping the people cross over. And that's what I saw, not a holding back, but not wanting to leave them until they were comfortable.
Right.
And so my verbiage may have been incorrect, but we're both saying the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's there is a grieving process, and for each person it's very unique and individual, obviously. Some people take longer, some, to go through the grieving process. To understand, though, like you said, to embrace all the joy that you had in this life, embrace all of that and own that, and not to dwell on the things that maybe didn't turn out the way you thought they would, or the sad parts. Embrace that joy and the good things that you've done for people and the kindness that you've shown to everyone. I think that's key. I mean, you pulled two cards from the creature's deck, and
I pulled anger and new beginnings. And the anger was me thinking, you're angry because they left this physical plane and you weren't ready. But new beginnings, it's a new beginning for you on earth and a new beginning for him on the spiritual plane.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's beautiful, because you're allowed to be angry. It's a valid emotion as long as you don't let it fester inside and you get stuck in that anger.
Yes.
New beginnings, very well put. Oh my gosh, spot on, as far as it's a new beginning for everyone concerned.
Yes.
Everyone.
One thing that I see when friends pass and family is I'm one step closer. I got to get my ducks in a row. Everybody's here for a reason, and we don't know how long.
That's true. That's
We
true.
must do the best we can with what we have.
Well, and we did talk about briefly about that. I guess last time, was it last time, where every day is a new beginning.
Yes.
Every day is a new beginning. So, to take that literally and start your day with a clean slate every day and decide you're going to start it in joy and to keep that joy going. And I know sometimes it's a little tough. I get caught in my head a lot. And then I think, wait a minute, where are my thoughts? Where's my focus? So you still have the chance to bring it back because
That's
every day is
exactly right.
brand spanking new.
You're acknowledging it. That's half the battle. And it gets easier and easier on each step as you take.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, it's sometimes it's a tougher discussion to have. The people crossing over and leaving us, and it can be viewed as leaving us behind. But like you said, this is their choice. They've made this decision, and it's only their decision when they're going to leave, when they've had enough, you know, when they're done, when they're
When they've traveled their journey that they were meant to travel.
absolutely, when they've learned what they're supposed to in this lifetime, then they've made that choice, to move on. We have a tough time sometimes with that, because I know for me, I just kind of think everybody's going to live forever. And while on some plane that's true, you know, here in the physical,
Physical.
maybe not so much. I don't know. I'm still gonna wait and see how this plays out.
Well, when I was taking classes, the one thing about the physical plane that always stuck with me, you have your five senses. And the reason you have them, because on the other planes, you don't have any of that.
Yes.
It's spiritual, it's all higher level. And I thought, oh, I'm going to touch, taste, feel everything all my way through life. Because I mean, just the beauty of nature in itself, or to feel the grass when it's just cut. And those are things that in my mind, that's what I came to do. That's what I need to do. Stay in touch with all those things. And
Oh, I love that. And I agree because there's something for me about a wonderful breeze. I walked outside today and there was just a lovely breeze. Now it's been rainy and overcast most of the day, but it's all good because I walked out and there was just this beautiful breeze. I don't know. There's something about it that just
and all the fresh air and the trees
yes,
talking to you, it's
yes.
heaven, heaven on earth.
It was just really nice. So it's good to take stock at the beginning of each day as to how you want your day to look on a certain level. Let's start it out with love. Let's start it out with joy. And then at the end of the day, take stock of it again. All right, what good things happened today? What fun things? What made me laugh? What gave me joy? And then be thankful for that. And you can't go wrong. You stay in that vibration and it just feels good.
That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Stay in that vibration.
So again, energy and love and comfort to Sinny and her family, and to know that he's still with them. He's still with them, and to remind us too to be able to reach out to our ancestors as another resource to help us along on this path.
We're all in it for each other.
That's what Spirit is telling us. We're here for each other and we're still connected.
Exactly. Great session and a great room. I wish we knew more about our father so we could have praised him, but our thoughts and prayers are with her and the family.
Absolutely. Absolutely. With that, my friends, I want to thank you for joining us on this Rev Talk. And I want to again remind you to be gentle with yourself and to be kind to yourself. And to remember that you are unique in all the universe. There will never be another just like you in all of space and time. You are powerful, you are cherished, and you are loved. And without you, the song of the universe would be incomplete. Until next time, my friends, be well.